Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Skyrim Plus. Today I'm featuring Verdant Spire by Cheesemonger. Let's check out the map. Here we are at Verdant Spire. We're just north of the Imperial Prison Sewer where you do the tutorial, and here we are again at our featured home, Verdant Spire. For our world space view, here's a beautiful view of the Imperial City. And as we turn, you can see the boat dock by the exit of the sewer where you start your tutorial. There's the river. There's Vilverin that contains an Ayleid well with a magicka bonus. And then as we continue to turn and look up, here's our featured home, Verdant Spire. Let's drop down and check it out. Now we're at the front gates of the Spire. And when we take this walkway, we look up. And wow, isn't that a tall structure? It looks fantastic. You have a boat, some beautiful ivy, some glowing stones, and some exotic plants. Let's head inside. And when we head inside, look at this epic fountain. You can see some glowy mushrooms at the top, and look at that outline of a person too. That's super cool. And as we turn back towards the front door, on either side of the door you have hanging tapestries and a display case, and then you see all of these beautiful stained glass windows. There's gardens all around. On this table is master level alchemy equipment. And then we continue on around the room seeing more beautiful stained glass windows and rare ingredients. Here's a candlelit doorway into the dining room. Check out the tree growing on this table. You've got a portal to your bedroom over here, and a small chest on the table for some more storage. And then here's an entryway into a reading room. There are a couple of crafting stations in that room as well. And then you have a couple of Ayleid themed chairs to sit and read and look at your beautiful fountain. And look at this stained glass window with half man, half dragon. That seems very appropriate. And then we're back at our front door, so we're going to go ahead and turn and check out that first room that we passed, the dining room. And as we enter the dining room, you can see how beautifully lit it is in here. There's your dining room table, paintings, tapestries, and check out these dragons holding some hanging braziers. That's super cool. Here's a cozy fireplace to keep you warm on a cold night. Here's a pantry to keep your food. A prep table for your meals. And here's a cooking pot over your fire. Too bad it doesn't have functions like Skyrim. Here's another area to hold some knicks and knacks. And then we're ready to head outside. And when we do, we find a beautiful outdoor garden. Here are some Morrowind style mushrooms, and it looks like they're set in an Imperial ruin. And then as we cross the bridge, you get to see this main garden space in the middle. And it looks particularly interesting with all of the pops of color and the glowing lights from the plants. And then over here you have a nice seating area with some candle lighting. You can see the Imperial City. There's the prison sewer where you start your tutorial. There's Vilverin, the Ayleid well. And then as we continue turning, we get a good view of our garden again. And you can see that it even has a pass-through. But I'm going to go to the left instead so you can get a better view of some of these plants as we pass. Now, if rain's not your thing, you can always enter the console and type in FW space 38EEE, enter, and that will clear out the bad weather. But I kind of like it because it's making it darker, which makes these stones look even more magical in the garden. And it looks like they've used some of those stones that pop up from Frostcrag Spire in as little garden stepping stones. That's really cool. They have some nice water lilies planted on the side. And then here's the last section of our garden. It has some more of those Morrowind style mushrooms, those beautiful lights, and some more exotic plants. And now we're ready to head back in. And when we do, we end up in that reading room with the extra crafting. You have some display cases by the door, tons of books to read. You've got your fire and a cozy place to sit in front of your bust of Sheogorath. Here are some more books. There's the door that we just came from. And there's a ladder to access that tall shelf. And then here's this beautiful desk. I'm so impressed with the furniture in this game. It has a Varla stone and an Ayleid Welkin stone. And then behind the desk, you have an altar of spellmaking and an altar of enchanting. Okay, now that we've seen what the reading room has to offer, we're going to take this portal and check out the last room, the master bedroom. And now we're in the master bedroom. Check out our double bed, our beautiful rug, look at all of the hanging tapestries, and that staff on the dresser is the Apotheosis staff that deals 99 total damage, including 33 for frost, flame, and shock. Look at these beautiful windows, and that portal is looking extra crispy. We have a fireplace and a really cool Ayleid themed fireplace cover. There's a table and chairs by some wine to wind down your day. There's a dresser with some archmage robes on top. And now we're back to the bed where we started. Now that we've seen all of the features of this home, it's time for final thoughts. Verdant Spire is an amazing new player home right outside of the game's starting point. It's free and right on the water. The home has practicality with a bed for you, master level alchemy equipment, an altar of spellmaking and enchanting, a staff of apotheosis, and gardens throughout the home and out back with tons of harvestable ingredients. And there's eye candy all around the home, from the entryway fountain, to the dragon sconces, to the fireplace covers, and the beautiful stained glass windows. If you're looking for a convenient home with practicality and style, you might want to add Verdant Spire to your load order. This concludes my feature of Verdant Spire. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified of when I post. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode.